Jaylo.
Mm-hmm.
I did something this week that was a little bit impulsive.
That's okay. Sometimes it's good to do that.
Oh, you're sitting up?
Once in a while.
Yes. Now you're sitting back down.
Yeah, well, I was leaning back, but...
Okay, good. You leaned up for a second there, and I was like, oh, you sat up, so I was trying to adjust to meet you where you were.
No, I had to do something, but anyway, I'm here.
Nice.
Yeah.
I decided, babes, to buy an iPad mini.
Very good.
I have one, but it was made in 2015.
Yeah.
And so, we all like to joke about how you're stuck in the technological past. And when I looked at my old iPad, I'm still going to use it.
Yeah.
But, money is scarce, so are resources, and who knows how much iPad minis are going to cost in a year from now.
Uh-huh.
I decided to buy a new one.
Uh-huh.
Ordered it at like 4:30 in the morning.
Wow.
And it arrived at around 6:34 that afternoon.
Oh, wow.
So, really cool.
Yeah. That's really good.
And you were asking me how long did it take to transfer the data from my old iPad to the new one.
Uh-huh.
Roughly about maybe an hour.
That's really, really quick.
Yeah, I'm considering how much stuff I have on the old one.
I know. That's, well, and then when you told me that all you have to do is touch them together.
Yeah. And
that's pretty cool.
What's cool is it's copying it over. So the data on the old one is still there. And it does passwords and everything. So, for example, that's why when I came over here this morning, I didn't have to log into your Wi-Fi because it remembered it from my old iPad.
That is really cool.
Yeah. Let's talk about something that's not so cool.
Okay.
I think you know where I'm about to go.
Oh, yeah. I know.
I love headphones.
As do I.
And as much as I enjoy Apple products, they are a bunch of cheap bastards because they got rid of a headphone jack.
Oh, by the way, if anyone's listening from Apple, that's how he feels about you.
Yes.
I wouldn't have said it that, abrasively, but whatever.
I'm being kind here, babes.
Not really.
But okay, I don't have a choice about this. You got me over a barrel. So, of course, being a headphone user, I'm going to buy some adapters.
Uh-huh.
I knew that you had to buy adapters for Apple products that are more modern than the ones I'm used to.
Which was really something that I was very disappointed to hear because...
Yeah, you have to grin and bear it sometimes in life.
Yes, you do.
What I didn't know is that different iOS products use different adapters. So I bought the Lightning adapter because it's for headphones for iOS devices.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm talking with you when I get this iPad that we're recording our program on.
Mm-hmm.
Say, babes, I got 3 adapters. I'm going to give you one. And after I get off the phone with you, I'm going to listen to some music and download some books off of Bard. Get off the phone, and I try to plug in the adapter. It's not going in. So I'm thinking to myself, maybe there's something wrong with the port on the iPad.
Yep.
Plug in the power adapter, and it's just fine. It's working great. What are you doing?
Oh, just putting some lavender oil on.
Oh, my goodness.
What? Just keep talking.
Okay.
Just keep talking.
So, I'm perplexed. I go back on Amazon, read a little bit more, and discover that I need a USB Type-C adapter.
Well, I mean, in your defense, now I know you told me that I was going to laugh at this, but I didn't.
Yeah.
Because I can understand how frustrating it is, and I would be very upset.
Mm-hmm.
I would be very frustrated, especially since I can't see it. How am I supposed to know what it looks like? I mean, I don't think it was really your fault because...
No, it wasn't my fault.
Because why would you have to check which adapters go with which product? It would make a lot of sense if they just had the adapter with the product. And of course they didn't have one.
Right. And by the way, let's consider ourselves lucky because with some of the new iPhones, they're selling them without the power adapter.
And that doesn't make any sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I understand, like, when we had toys growing up, it would always say on the commercials, batteries not included, right? Because you can actually put the batteries in it.
Absolutely.
I get that. But if you can't put the batteries in a product, or if you want to use your headphones but you can't because you have to buy an extra thing with it, why not just include it with the product? It would save you a lot of money. If it was really expensive, it would save you a lot of money, and you wouldn't have to go out looking for which adapter goes with which product. I mean, it's just, it's common sense, really.
The reason is because they're cheap and they want to make a buck off of everybody, which I understand. Listen, get yours. We're in the land of capitalism. And at the same time, maybe don't nickel and dime people at every point.
Yeah.
So I was pissed off when I discovered this. Luckily, I ordered a new set of adapters. I will be returning the old set to Amazon, but I'm going to do that process next week. Okay. And they came before I came over here. I got them yesterday.
Yay.
Yes.
That was cool that you were able to get your iPad mini on the same day.
That was pretty cool.
Because usually it takes about a day or two for you, right?
Yeah, but I do have Prime.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm going to keep it, though.
Why is that?
Because they just raised the prices of it.
Oh.
I got the yearly membership. It's good until December. But after that, I don't know if I'm going to keep it.
Okay.
Yeah. But I'm digging this. Whoa.
I mean, yeah, but if you order, because you order stuff from Amazon a lot more than I do.
That's true.
And I don't usually order from them a lot. I usually have somebody else order something for me from them. So that's why I only have the trial and I'm not paying for it again. I think monthly it's like $14.
Something like that.
Yeah. But we'll see how that goes.
Yes.
I'm really getting into my iPad mini. It's taking a while just because I don't, it's a little bit cumbersome with spelling out stuff. Sometimes it's easier to dictate. So, but I have experimented with the dictate feature the other day, and you're right, it doesn't always read or repeat everything you say correctly.
Write it in correctly.
Yeah.
And
it's one of the frustrating things about it.
I like dictation, but that's why I don't love it. I do think that eventually we're going to get there, but right now we're in this kind of weird space. And you also have these issues with Amazon, with Miss A, and with Google's, AI feature. And I know that they're not exactly writing things down for you, at least not Amazon yet.
Yeah.
Maybe you can do that on the Kindle, I don't know. But it's kind of, the products are kind of like in a similar line, right?
Yeah, but maybe it will... Maybe the feature will be improved in the next year or so, I guess.
Yeah, I do think that Siri is the worst voice assistant out of the top 3. So to me, a year ago, I would have said Miss A is number 1, followed by Google, and then Siri. But I think they've adjusted Miss A so much to try to make her upsell you on Amazon products that it's gotten in the way of some of her features. So she's slipped to number 2. Google's gotten to number 1, and Siri's still in 3rd place.
Well, number 1, they're not humans, and number 2, they're all robots. So, I mean, what else can you expect from them?
No, but you know what I mean.
They're only going to work as good as how they're programmed.
Right, but I'm saying, I think they've tried to add too many features to Miss A to try to upsell you on Amazon products. And as a result, the voice recognition software has suffered a little bit.
Has it done that to you lately?
What do you mean?
The software promotions. Have you been hearing the software promotions on your dot?
Yeah, I noticed they'll say things like, if I ask the weather, so tell me, and then still say something like, by the way, if you like this feature, check out this other one.
Oh.
And You've noticed this within the last few months. She's having trouble giving correct answers.
Yeah, but I mean...
And I think that's why.
As far as the product thing, I never had that problem, but...
No, but I think that's why she's having these issues, is because they're trying to make the voice recognition software sell you on different Amazon products, as opposed to just making it better, and it's bogging down what she can already do. And because, you know... I'm sure Google's doing that, but they're implementing it a little bit better. And as a result, I think that Google's my favorite voice recognition software. Or AI, I guess you would say.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't really have a favorite, honestly.
You pick sides, babes.
I don't pick sides.
Yeah, you have to.
No, I don't have to. I don't have to pick
You
any.
legally have to.
No.
It was actually one of the last laws Donald Trump said.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay.
Bubs.
Babes.
Isn't it enough that I'm on your side already?
Oh, that's true. Okay.
You with your tech stuff.
So I guess we're going to say Alana also says Google because she's on my side.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, having just badmouth Siri, there are some good things about it.
Yeah, I mean, it is definitely easy to open folders within my folder. I don't have to go down and I don't have to find my my apps.
And now you at least have the option of dictating things like a shopping list.
Yes. Yes, actually I do, because it's so much easier to use dictation to put stuff on my shopping list instead of going through all the hassle of finding the letters and numbers and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's been working for pretty much all of my order that I just got delivered today.
There was a small issue last night, but we resolved it. I have a question for you, babes.
Was there a small issue?
Yeah, because you had to call me.
Oh yeah, there was a small issue, but we figured it out. Yeah.
Yeah, and we don't have to get into that unless you really want.
No, it's okay. Nobody has to know everything.
Okay, so my question is, even with that small issue, would you say that when you ordered from Walmart last night, it was easier than ordering it off of the computer?
It is. I mean, it's something I'm getting used to because I'm so used to using down arrow and up arrow keys and left and right arrow keys and tabbing and all that, because that's what I've been used to for so long. And I actually had to find stuff. You know, I wasn't relying so much on listening to where it was. So it's something to get used to, but for sure it was a lot quicker.
Nice.
Yeah.
And you can check your emails now really easily.
Yeah, and I don't have to worry about finding the link because it's just right there.
Mm-hmm.
And I can delete them really quickly. I can archive them quickly. Yeah, there is a way to archive on mine.
And also, I mean, with technology, there's always going to be those things. There's trade-offs. And one of the big ones is it's going to be a lot harder for me to make fun of you for having outdated technology.
No, you don't have the option now, Bubs.
What do you mean I don't have the option? You still want me to make fun of you for that?
No, I don't want you to make fun of me for that.
Oh, I thought you did. What? What?
Wow. Yeah. But anyway, the thing that I've been having a little bit of problems with that I'm still trying to figure out is, sometimes I would try to go to the app switcher and my apps wouldn't close right away.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of annoying. It's like, why can't you just close when I want you to close? And so, once I get to the app switcher, if I have a bunch of apps open, then it's pretty easy peasy from there.
Nice.
But it's just annoying when I have to close, when I'm trying to close the app switcher and the app won't close.
Have you gone through the voiceover tutorial yet?
I'm still trying to find it. Where is that under an accessibility?
It should be in accessibilities. We can go through it today if you want. I think if you click on voiceover, but I don't remember off the top of my head.
All right.
But we'll look for it there.
Jaylo. Well, good. You can help me with that then.
Yes. I understand, babes, that you watched some Jonathan Oliver this week.
John Oliver, yeah.
John Oliver.
Yeah.
Tell me about this.
Well, I didn't exactly watch the whole thing.
Why
but
not?
I'm sorry.
Why not?
I was doing other stuff.
I
But
sent you the whole thing.
yeah, I know. Plus, I'll do it. But anyway, I got kind of the gist of it with why concert ticket prices are up, and I don't like it. They're up. I kind of had to laugh at I had to laugh at some of the things because this guy was on there and he's like, "Hey, I haven't been going to concerts for 2 years and I'm ready to destroy the place."
And then he's like, usually those are terms you don't want to hear together. Well, what he said was, I've been locked inside for like 2 years.
And I'm ready to destroy the place.
And John Oliver's like, those usually aren't things that go together well.
And then he was talking about what people are doing to cut costs on concert tickets, and then this lady offered to sell her husband's feet.
Yeah.
For what? I don't know. And this one lady was complaining about Ticketmaster, and I'm like, oh yeah, I can kind of understand why, because a lot of the venues are linked to Ticketmaster, I guess.
Yes.
And Ticketmaster has been jacking up prices for the tickets.
They're a horrible corporation.
Which I didn't even know about, actually.
Oh, yeah. So he mentions it in the piece about how in the 90s Pearl Jam protested Ticketmaster. And this was at the height of their fame.
Oh, wow. Even as far back as...
This was in 1993 or 94.
Oh, wow.
I remember that because I believe Eddie Vedder spoke against Ticketmaster in front of Congress.
Wow.
It was a pretty big deal.
Well, so I don't remember that. What happened?
Now, granted, I was a little kid and I wasn't the hugest Pearl Jam fan in the world. But if I remember correctly, he was talking about how they do a lot of schemes of price gouging, and they're basically this huge monopoly. So and it's grown since then. It's become more of an issue since then. And people should have listened to Eddie Vedder. More artists should have taken his side publicly, I think.
Yeah, I
but
mean,
it's hard too.
I didn't know about that, and I mean, and also, the artists are trying to make money too. No, I didn't even know about that, actually.
Yeah, they're trying to make money, but I don't think they're trying to nickel and dime their fans.
No.
At least not all of them, in the same way that Ticketmaster is.
I mean, and also too, the Ticketmaster folks are not taking into consideration that a lot of people have lost jobs in the last couple of years. A lot of people have been looking for jobs in the last couple of years. Their small businesses have closed. Some big businesses have closed too, and they're trying to get back on their feet. And how can you expect them to pay a ridiculous amount of money just for a day of listening to live music, either indoors or outdoors?
The thing that really pisses me off, babes, there's a few, but one that I always think of when I get tickets is the convenience fees.
I know.
Like, just call it "you're fucking me over" one last time.
All right.
No, but seriously,
all right.
seriously, why do they just don't lie to me? Just don't call it a convenience fee.
I don't understand the whole convenience fee either. I don't like that they're putting fees on top of the ticket you just bought. That doesn't make any sense.
And if you are,
it's only
give it a more
convenient
honest
for them.
name. Yeah.
I mean, that's what it is, right? It's only convenient for them. It's not convenient for the customer.
Did you get to the part in the John Oliver video where he talks about scalpers and about how Ticketmaster is complicit in helping the scalping of tickets and driving up the prices
That doesn't
on the
surprise
secondary
me.
market?
No, I haven't gotten there yet.
You got to watch that.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, you got to watch that because he goes into it and really breaks it down how they're helping this market.
Huh.
Yeah, so he talks about how Justin Bieber, I guess, sold out Madison Square Garden in 30 seconds. But when you look at the numbers, I believe Madison Square Garden has 20,000 seats.
Yep.
And Ticketmaster released something like 2,000 tickets to the public, and the rest of them were given away to sponsors. So, like, if there's a credit card that's doing a promotional thing, you would give some to them for their, customers. Or maybe a fine dining establishment. And the rest of them go onto the secondary market into scalping sites. And where you can just, jack up the prices.
So it's not really going to the artist.
No.
it's actually going to it's helping out the scalpers.
It's what's helping out Ticketmaster.
The Ticketmaster,
because they
wow.
are the scalpers.
Wow.
Because what he also did, I believe I'm getting this right, and I watched it, I was kind of out of it, is that a lot of the scalpers are actually Ticketmaster employees.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
That's not good.
The implication being is that they're working with Ticketmaster.
Does he talk about other concert promoters that are not doing what Ticketmaster has done? I haven't gotten there yet.
Okay. Very little, but there's a good reason for that.
Yeah.
Because they're the biggest game in town. They merged with Live Nation,
Okay.
which was the second biggest ticket company.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, like a decade ago. And I'm just throwing these numbers off. I may have the dates a little bit wrong.
Okay.
And Live Nation, what you may or may not know, is evil. And they used to be part of Clear Channel, which, of course, was spun off into iHeartRadio.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yep.
But he doesn't really talk about Live Nation. He talks about Ticketmaster.
He does, because Live Nation is now part of Ticketmaster.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So I thought you'd be interested in that video there. Jaylo. Yes. Ticketmaster.
Uh-oh.
Or as I call them, Ticketmaster beetles.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Ticket beetles?
Ticketmaster beetles.
Oh my goodness, Bug.
Because we're jacking us.
Ah! Bug!
What, babes? That's called a joke. And you need jokes.
Yeah, but that's
What?
there's a difference between jokes and innuendos, Bubba.
Oh.
That was an innuendo.
Oh, really? Well, you need an innuendo.
Innuendo.
Innuendo. Even though you have a window over
I don't.
on your wall.
I don't need an innuendo.
Well,
I don't
good.
have any need for innuendos.
I still love you, babes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I love you too. My boyfriend the weirdo, ladies and gentlemen.
You're very tired, babes.
I was.
And when I left on Sunday, I offered to give you some melatonin to get you through the week. You didn't like that offer, though.
No, I mean, I
rejected
already had something I can take, and I didn't want to, I didn't want to take all of your melatonin.
It's only a couple pills or vitamins, as we say.
No, they're pills, Bubs. They're not
Okay.
vitamins. They just help you get to sleep. Yeah, but I think what it was, I don't think it was necessarily the pill that was the problem. I think my body just wouldn't rest. And sometimes that's what it is. Like last night I woke up, I went to bed about 10:30, and I woke up about sometime after 1, but I didn't go back to sleep again. And then of course, I went back to sleep around, well, I didn't actually get to bed until I think sometime after 9. And then I woke up about 11.
Oh, 8?
I don't know.
No, I think it was 11:08.
Yeah, and then I said, you know what? I think I'm going to sleep for about 20 more minutes. And it was already 11:38.
Yeah.
But I didn't really sleep. For 20 minutes. I checked just in time that it was almost 12, which meant that the groceries would be here soon. So I was happy about that.
Nice.
But yeah, I think it's just a matter of my body just was very restless.
What's your exercise regimen look like these days?
I haven't been very good at that, honestly.
Oh, that helps a lot too.
I know I need to do some jumping because I do have a trampoline that I haven't been using, and maybe it's because in the winter, in the winter when the season is first starting and it's really really cold, and you naturally you don't want to do a whole lot of moving in the winter because it's just so cold. Yeah, I've been kind of lacking on that, but I need to get my my jumping on.
Oh.
Well, and also to I need to do that.
Nice.
And I thought it was I know we've talked about the we talked about the hike we went on, right?
I think we mentioned it briefly.
Okay. That was really good for my body because I haven't done a hike for a couple of years, I think it was. It must have been because it's been that long. And even though I could feel the burn, it was really good to get my my body moving and my heart pumping a little bit, and just to warm up my my muscles for the summer. And I'm excited too because we are going to go bike riding again soon.
We are.
Yay!
I'm excited about that.
I'm excited too.
Yes.
Yes, I am.
We might need to get you some weights there.
Yeah.
Yes. I was a little bit tired too today.
Yeah.
I went to bed around 11:30 and got up at 4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, you did better than me.
I did. But still not great. So when I came over here and you said you wanted to take a nap, in my mind I'm thinking this will be great because I can finish an audiobook, and I know that my Jaylo likes to take like 3-hour naps.
Not 3 hours.
2.5.
Well, I don't usually like to sleep that long, but sometimes my body just will not wake up.
Oh.
You know? Yeah.
So I figured I'd have time to finish the book and take a nap. And I slept really well.
Very good.
Yeah.
Really good.
I know I've been bringing up Kyle from Secular Talk a lot recently.
Yes, you have. You bring him up like, I think you've been bringing up at least one time on our episodes lately.
Well, just because I've been a fan since probably 2016, but I've been watching his show a lot recently. Mm-hmm. And I think part of it is I still really like TYT, but they go a little bit too into the culture war stuff for me now.
Okay.
And maybe it's just that I didn't notice it before.
Yeah.
But I do now. And also since Kyle's dating Crystal Ball, and, you know, I watched Breaking Points, and I watched it before I knew that they had a thing going on too. So it's kind of like the all the factors are going into just me talking about Kyle a lot. But so here's why I'm bringing him up in this context.
Okay.
A couple years ago, I'm hanging out. Well, no, we're talking over the phone, me and a friend. And she says, you should really check out Marianne Williamson. I think you dig some of her stuff. This is my friend Babes, who lives in California. Okay?
Oh, yeah. I'm familiar with her.
Are you familiar with my friend or Marianne Williamson?
No, Marianne Williamson.
So I know she's a self-help lady, but I
Yes,
never really checked her stuff out.
Yeah.
Kyle interviewed her once before, maybe a year ago. Mm-hmm. And it was good. I thought she was fine, but it didn't blow me away. But he just keeps going on about how you're awesome, you're this great lady, and I like listening to your stuff. And
yeah,
he just interviewed her again.
Uh-huh.
The full thing is coming out tomorrow, but today they posted a clip on the YouTube channel. Mm-hmm. And in it he says, I want to pitch you the idea of you running for president against Joe Biden in 2024.
Well, she did. She was one of the
candidates.
Was. Yeah.
In 2020, and she dropped out early to support Bernie Sanders. So right there, that makes me think that she has a good head on her shoulders.
Not so fast.
What?
I don't like her so much.
Oh my goodness. I was shocked to hear Kyle say that she should run for president again. I don't really know this lady. I like that she supported Bernie. But I don't know, a self-help person running for president.
I mean, I've only known her from Oprah because she's been on Oprah for like maybe a couple of shows.
Oh, I didn't know that. It doesn't surprise me.
Yeah,
my friend who recommended her is a big Oprah person.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not like, I don't go deep with Oprah. I only like her topics because I'm not in the self-help new age stuff that she's really into. With, you know, like Gary Zukov and Marianne Williamson and whoever she has on, Deepak Chopra, is one of the big ones. I don't know if I want a self-help person in charge of things. I'm not too sure about this lady. I don't. Yeah.
I'm gonna research her more though.
I don't know. I mean, if you're a self-help person or whatever, a new age person, then maybe it would appeal to you, but um I'm not sure about that.
Some self-help people lean more Republican, but it seems like she's more of a lefty, which I like. And we do
I
need...
don't know. I disagree with you on that. I think they're a lot more lefty than you think they are.
There's a lot of them who are, but there's some, like Tony Robbins hasn't said publicly, but he's dropped a few hints that he's probably pretty conservative.
How so?
So I'll give you a quick example.
Okay.
He tells this story about when the Monica Lewinsky scandal broke out.
Uh-huh.
He got a call from President Clinton saying, hey, I need somebody to help me out here.
Right.
And he told the president at the time, hey, just so you know, I didn't vote for you. So I'm not just going to tell you what you like to hear. Now, they're friends, but he said publicly that he didn't vote for Bill Clinton. And I know that Bill Clinton is kind of like a neoliberal, so he leans more conservative. But that was something that gave me...
No, he doesn't.
He does.
No, he doesn't.
He does. Yes, he does.
He doesn't. It seems like he does, but I don't think he does at all.
Oh.
Anyway, that's besides the point.
That was... Go ahead.
Yeah, so that is there a better example than that?
I'm sure there are, but my mind's not coming up with it. It's just certain things that he says that I think he leans more conservative. Also, he talks a lot about doing for yourself, and that's more of a conservative... I relate that more to the conservative idea of pulling yourself up by your bootstraps.
Okay.
So that's the impression I get. I could probably find some better examples, though, but my mind's not coming up with them right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't subscribe to the whole self-help thing. I think it's that's just not my thing.
I think it's overrated. Having said that, I have gotten some good stuff out of reading self-help books. So I think it's good to incorporate a little bit of that stuff into your life. The problem is when you make self-help the complete focus of your work ethic.
I mean, when I read the Gary Chapman book, when we both read it, I thought there could be some truth to it, but I wasn't going to. I mean, I don't know if I completely subscribe to it. I think there might be some truth to it. I don't think it works for every type of relationship. Maybe not. So I'm kind of like, I'm very like leery of the ones who, the people who write guides, you know.
Yeah.
A guide to a successful fill in the blank, right? And I don't know. I mean, the Gary Chapman book was really interesting to read, but I don't know that his the love languages would work for. And I'm because I can't speak for all for every single relationship, so I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure how I think about that.
When I used to go to the self-love group, one of the things that the two ladies who ran it would always say at the beginning is, take what works for you and leave everything else. And that's how I look at the self-help movement. I take what works for me. Some of the stuff I think that they say is great. Other stuff I hear them say is like very common sense stuff that you should know otherwise, you know, outside of self-help, the world of that. And then other stuff they say I think is complete nonsense. So the big one to me that I tried to research. Yeah. Let's go to very old school. Okay. Napoleon Hill.
Okay.
And I'm sure I'm going to mess this up because I'm Rick and I'm dyslexic and I got up from a nap recently. And I read his book years ago. Yeah. But I think it's in Think and Grow Rich. I read that and the 16 Lessons? Uh-huh. I think it's called The 16 Lessons. That one is actually better, but everybody talks about Think and Grow Rich. Okay. But I think he tells a story in Think and Grow Rich about how his son was born deaf. Uh-huh. And the doctors couldn't cure it, but through Napoleon Hill's persistence, his son learned to hear. Right. I tried to Google this story to see if there was any evidence behind it. Yeah. And again, this was years ago. Maybe I wasn't typing in the correct words,
Uh-huh.
but I couldn't find proof that this actually happened.
Wow.
Yeah.
So for all you know, that's just hearsay, and he's just promoting himself.
That's the impression I got. And it's also possible that I wasn't looking in the right places. But in my mind, I look at a statement like that and think that's complete bullshit. However, Napoleon Hill has said things that I think are valuable. He talks a lot about the idea of the brain trust, which really isn't that revolutionary today. But when you consider that the book came out in what was it, the 30s or the 1920s, it was probably a pretty big deal back then. So some of his stuff I vibe with, and some of his stuff I think is ridiculous. Same with all these self-help people. But now that Kyle has endorsed Marianne Williamson and has made the pitch about why she should run for president, I'm going to check out her stuff.
You know what? I personally think that we emphasize too much on ourselves, and that's why I'm not for the self-help stuff, because, yeah, I think we think about ourselves way too much. How we feel, our self-esteem, self-confidence, self. It's all about self. And I think we need to think about other people.
For real. Yo, for real. What's up? I said, yo, for real.
I want to see if you're awake.
I am alright. Yo, for real. Is you think
that's hilarious.
that perhaps I could focus on the self by buying stuff for myself that was made by other people?
No.
Okay, good.
Is you think? Is you think, or do you think?
Yes.
I thought that was really funny. It's like, did you ever go to the sun? No. Why not? It's too hot.
Yes.
You can't go there.
The Ali G show. So, did I ever tell you? I know I've told you about Scenes of Faces of Death.
Oh, yeah. I can't believe you watched it.
Well, so it came up on the phone the other day.
With who?
With
the
friend who threw the open mic where we met.
Oh, okay.
I had lunch with somebody else.
Yeah.
Came home. Saw that I missed a call from him. He's also my ex-workout buddy.
Yeah.
Called him back. And he was telling me about the documentary Grizzly Man, which I've heard about from many people, but have not seen.
Oh.
And apparently my friend went to YouTube to find the audio of, I think his name is Timothy Treadwell.
Oh, yeah.
Being mauled to death by the bear. He's telling me about listening to it, and he's like, it's this, it's that. And then he's like, and Rick, this may turn you off to it, but there's a point in the audio where I think I hear his soul leaving the body. So he tells me this, and of course I tell the bear story from the first Faces of Death movie, right? Which I've told you many times before.
Yes.
But it got me to thinking. My sister and I still talk about when we rented Faces of Death.
I still can't believe you did that.
Well, so I technically wasn't there when it got rented.
Yeah.
And I don't think my sister did it because she was only 14. This was back in the 90s, like 93.
So somehow you were able to get it.
I don't know if she got my mom to rent it or if she had a fake ID or had a friend rent it.
Wow.
But irregardless of that, she got a copy and we watched it. And we talked about it again within the last couple of years, a couple of times. And I thought to myself, how often does that happen to where you watch a movie once with a sibling, the two of you never watch it again, and you still have conversations about the movie 30 years later?
I'm sure it doesn't happen all the time.
Yeah. Like, can you think of maybe with you and your sister with the movie Kids.
Well, I mean, I didn't even watch a lot of it because we were skipping parts because there was some stuff that, it's pretty much, there is a good reason why it's NC-17. I mean, I didn't know exactly what was going on. I did hear about the scene that was couched.
Yeah.
Where this one girl was being assaulted.
Yep.
And I was just like, I think they tried to make it seem like it was real.
It's very low budget and
low
gritty.
budget. Yeah, and I wasn't like I didn't really want to watch it, and I really wasn't paying attention to it. And I was imagining that I imagined that my sisters, when they were looking at it, they had to fast forward it because some of it was just really too much for them.
But your sisters aren't quite as wholesome as you, though, right?
What?
They're not as wholesome as you are.
I'm not talking about that.
Okay, I'm just saying they're more used to the real.
Well, they don't. I mean, I don't think they like that.
Okay.
I mean, as far as how wholesome they are, I don't know. You could ask them.
No, but I mean, there's more exposure to like the real world.
Well, you're assuming that wholesome people don't have exposure to the real world, and they do.
Oh, well, I'm not talking about Puck.
What?
Puck was a character on the real world.
I know who Puck was.
Okay.
Not a very nice person. But anyway, yeah, he was very inconsiderate. Anyway, no, but yeah, they didn't like what they were seeing. And especially my one sister, she just couldn't watch it.
The older sister.
Twin, Bubs. Twin.
Oh.
1 minute, Bubs. 1 minute older.
Okay.
Twin.
Okay. I might have to revisit Kids at some point.
Why?
I saw it when I was a teenager, and...
You saw the whole thing?
I saw most of it. I didn't watch it all the way through. Okay. And there may have I may have smoked something before watching it.
Yeah, you weren't sober. I get it.
I wouldn't say that there, Jaylo.
You weren't exactly there. I get that.
Let's just say I was on a higher level, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, out of it.
Oh my goodness.
That's what it was.
It's so crazy to me that you just associate somebody doing marijuana with a complete drug addict and out of their right mind.
Yep, and I haven't changed my tune on that, folks.
Okay, so
Oh.
What?
Really? Are we going to talk about this?
All right, we don't have to.
Thank you.
Sometimes that's the case, and sometimes it's not. Yes. But I have a feeling that if I revisit Kids, you will not be watching it with me.
No, I think that's just too much. I mean, I heard that Boys in the Hood was pretty heavy, but Kids is like next level heavy.
Kids is next level. I've seen Boys in the Hood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I've only saw parts of it, and I really wasn't. That wasn't my thing. I couldn't watch it.
With Boys in the Hood.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's a good movie.
That's a little too much for me.
Lawrence Fishburne is pretty good in it. So is Ice Cube. Okay.
But no, if you want to go and watch Kids, well then be my guest. But I'm not planning to watch it with you.
Oh, maybe I can see if they have it on audio descriptive and do a movie night with it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yes.
I don't know that your friends would want to see that. I honestly don't.
No, but you're learning about the world as you watch it. You know, it's not just like, hey, let's break out the popcorn. It's like, let's learn something.
Yeah, but there are documentaries that can teach you stuff, Bub. You don't have to watch Kids.
We don't have to, but I'm just saying it's a possibility, babes. That's all. Okay. Now, let's talk about a series of movies that are even more disturbing than Kids. So shocking. You just hit my recorder.
Sorry.
And so out there that we haven't even watched them and have no plan to.
So shocking that
yes.
you've heard of them but never watched them.
And same with you.
Okay.
And that would be Air Bud.
Yeah, I have no... that's not a shocking movie. It just... I'm guessing it's about this dog, right?
So the premise of the first movie is that there's this kid... I'm going to tell why I know this in a minute.
Okay.
But a kid whose dad died gets a dog, and the dog learns to play basketball and starts playing for some team.
Which is kind of weird, but okay.
It's a really dumb premise.
Yeah, it is.
I've never seen Air Bud. I was at somebody's house, and they had a kid, and the kid was watching a scene from one of the sequels, and that's the closest I've come to seeing the movies.
Okay.
But John Oliver did something really fun this week. He released a Last Week Tonight video just titled Air Bud. And so I watched it, and he's talking about the movie. And he's talking about how rules don't make sense in this movie, all this stuff. And I think that this is either going to lead to like an attack on Trump or Biden or the system in general, right?
And he's doing this in front of an audience?
Yeah, it's in front of it's on the Last Week Tonight YouTube channel.
Okay.
So I'm thinking eventually this is going to go to politics in some way. And then at the end of it, he's like, yeah, I just wanted to do a video talking about Air Bud.
I remember when you told me that. I'm like, really?
That was funny.
You're like, and you're probably going to say that, you're probably going to think that I said it because I was paid to say it or whatever.
Yeah, or it's in my contract, but it's not.
But it's not. I just wanted to rant about it for 20 minutes.
I thought that was awesome. Yes. Do you have any desire to watch the Air Bud movies? Because I don't.
No. Like, okay, if my nieces and nephew were a little bit younger.
Yeah.
And it was before they became teenagers, I'd watch it with them because that's, they probably like that. But no, I don't think I'd watch it. No.
I don't think my nephew would like those movies. I mean, I've never seen them. I've only seen clips. But from what I gather, I think that he would consider that a little bit too dumb.
Well, I mean, he is still very young. So, I mean...
Yeah, but you know the type of video games he likes.
I'm just really... anyway, I have a comment about that, but I won't say it here.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, he's still very young. Who knows? He might like it. I don't know. Some kids like weird stuff when they're really young.
I remember, babes.
Yeah.
I was over at my sister's house hanging out with him one day.
Yeah.
And I'm out of it. I'm assuming this was on YouTube, but it could have been on some other video service.
Yes.
He was watching the first Spider-Man movie with Tobey Maguire.
That's the one where he skipped all the... He just watched the action scenes.
Yeah, like there was some video, and all it is the action scenes from.
And there was no plot. There was no plot or anything. It was just the
the action scenes. And I was shocked that he was watching the movie because I remember being in my late teens and seeing it in the theaters.
Yeah.
But also, I was taken aback by they cut out most of the plot of the film, and it was like I think it was about 20 minutes, roughly. So I was taken aback by that.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
But, kids are into weird things, and they don't always stay with them. They change. Mm-hmm. And he's still very young, so he could have different interests in what he likes to watch.
But that might be a kid thing now. It might not just be like my nephew's into that.
It's just, so the comment I was going to make is I just think it's so interesting that, I mean, because the little kids that I grew up with, or the little kids that I have met, a lot of them like watching, cartoons on TV, right? Mm-hmm. Just like we did when we were younger.
Yeah.
But I don't think I've ever met somebody, I don't think I've ever met a little kid besides him that all he wanted to do was watch action scenes on YouTube and video games.
I think my nephew is going to be a very cool adult. And I like that when he was about 5, his favorite type of music was techno.
That is just so weird to me.
I know, but I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah, it's very strange.
Listen, as an adult, I think techno is trash. But I think if you're a 5-year-old and into it, that's pretty cool.
I guess. I mean, I don't really care for it.
I don't care for it now, but I think if you're 5 and you're into techno, it's a lot better than being into, I don't know, whatever the hell else, whatever kids' music. I guess it's better to be a 5-year-old and into techno than be a 5-year-old and into the music of Sesame Street. Maybe that's a good way to put it.
Yeah, I mean, well, Sesame Street don't really have a lot of songs out, but I hear what you're saying.
So
I guess
I don't really listen to children's music.
Yeah.
I remember my workout buddy, who I was talking about earlier, said that there was some dude named Raffi.
Oh, yeah.
I guess he's big in that world.
I have heard of him. In fact, when the Disney Channel was much younger, they used to show...
Was it a younger channel?
Well, I mean, the younger days of the Disney Channel. You know what I mean?
Early days.
Early days, younger days, whatever.
Go ahead. Why yellow bulb? Keep going, babe.
The only reason why I know about Raffi because there were some kids on my bus that were much younger than, I'm not sure how much younger than me they were, but they used to listen to Raffi tapes.
Mm-hmm.
And the Disney Channel would play live concerts of Raffi, and I think he might be from Canada. I don't know if he's still alive, but I didn't listen to Raffi when I was growing up, but I know who he is because some of the kids that were either younger than me or younger than me on the bus would listen to them. So yeah. Raffi's big in the kids' music world. And I remember when I was in preschool, there was a duo named Greg and Steve.
Okay.
And they would do songs like The Number Rock and The Months of the Year and The Days of the Week and just like little things that kids would learn in school.
Would you like me to give dirty titles to those songs?
No.
Okay. Because I thought of some off the...
No, I don't think so. No.
Okay, all right, babes, all right.
No, that doesn't need corruption.
Doesn't need corruption, babes.
And then Greg and Steve also did that song, "The World Is a Rainbow," and various children's music. So, but I didn't grow up with Raffi. I knew kids that did.
I don't know this Raffi character, and I don't know his music, but my friend said that his kids listened to him. And so, by extension, my friend listened to a lot of his stuff. Is he like the Drake of that world?
You're comparing him to a rapper.
Yeah, but Drake is like... I don't listen to Drake's music. He seems too, like, family-friendly to me. And I don't like that he uses autotunes. Let's say like it is... Rick loves rap music, but Rick hates autotunes.
I don't think he can really compare him to Drake of the Drake of the kids' music world. Because remember, I mean, I think he might have been big in the 70s and 80s. I'm not quite sure.
Oh, I thought Raffi was still big now. Or was at least big?
Well, he was big then. Ago. I don't know how he is now, and I'm not sure if he's even alive.
Yeah.
He might still be alive, but he's probably a much older person. So I couldn't tell you, but you're comparing rap music to kids' music, and I don't think that's fair.
Do you think he has his own private jet, and is he living large like Drake?
I don't know, Bubs. Why are you asking me weird questions that I can't answer?
I know you don't listen to his stuff on the regular, but you know that world a lot better than I do.
Well, I only know it because I was exposed to it.
Okay.
I wasn't in it.
Has Raffi ever been on Cribs?
Bubs.
I was just asking, babes.
I don't know.
Okay.
Probably not.
Okay. What?
You ask good questions.
Oh my goodness.
That Jaylo can't answer.
Well, I still love you there. Jaylo. I heard something kind of disturbing.
What's that?
The other day.
What's that?
I have friends some of them are a little, kind of going to the conspiracy theorist side of things, right? But I'm having lunch the other day, this before I call my workout buddy, with another friend. Mm-hmm. And his daughter's boyfriend got the COVID-19 vaccination. Mm-hmm. Now, I don't know if this was like the first set of vaccinations or if this was a booster. The kid is...
he told me it was a booster.
It probably was a booster then. Mm-hmm. Kid's 17 years old and had like a mini stroke from it. And for some reason that freaked me out. I've never met this kid.
That would freak me out too. That would freak me out if anybody got a mini stroke after taking something like that. But I have heard of babies.
I've heard of babies. They're small.
Bubs, I wasn't done yet.
Okay, go ahead.
I heard of babies having strokes as well. So, but that really freaks me out that this kid that was 17 had a mini stroke from that. Yeah,
and I've been hearing more and more weird stuff. So I was listening to Howard Stern this week.
Uh-huh.
And I came into the segment late, but Howard was yelling at somebody on the staff for not taking COVID seriously, even though the pandemic is pretty much over.
Yeah.
And then this caller calls up and says, Howard, you're so right. I had, my 2 shots and I got the booster, and then I ended up getting COVID and going to the hospital. And you're hearing more and more stuff like that now.
Oh yeah, people have been talking about it a lot. And it's I know a lot of people have dismissed some of the things as conspiracy theories, but given what has happened, and even when you've heard about the Johnson & Johnson shots and how they were under fire because women were being affected, there were also some teenagers that got pericarditis or carditis or myocarditis after they'd taken one. I've heard some horror stories about pilots that were forced to take one in order for them to fly, and one of them can't fly anymore because of it, and it's really affected his I think it had something to do with his ears. It was really bad. You can't deny that there are people that are being affected by it. And if you you've heard of VAERS, right?
Yes.
Okay, so VAERS is an actual website. I've been on it, and it's been around since 1990, and people can report what kind of reactions they've been having to vaccines, including especially COVID. So it's the Vaccine Adverse Event Reporting System. That's what it stands for. And since COVID 2 years ago, there's been the people that have been affected by these shots have increased, and it's an alarming rate. It's something to think about. It really is.
So I very much was for getting the vaccine, and I'm still kind of glad that I got it. And I was dismissive of conspiracy theories about it. No, I was lucky. I felt a little under the weather for a day, and there was a night where I had pretty bad night sweats, and that was about it. But the more I hear about this, the more skeptical I'm starting to be about the shot. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm going to say don't take it. It's automatically going to kill you. But it does mean I'm going to do some more research into it.
Well, I will say this, that there is an antidote for some of the side effects. I don't know. I've heard that there is an antidote for someone who has taken it and has experienced some of the side effects.
It's called...
Hey.
What?
I wasn't finished.
All right, go ahead.
You can't just interrupt me whenever you want to.
Oh, go ahead. I was going to make a joke.
But...
Do you want me to make my joke?
No.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, tell me in private.
Uh-oh.
And then I'll get you back for it.
Why? Okay, we're not recording anymore. It's called...
Hey.
All right, no. Go ahead.
Yes, we are.
Yes, we are. Keep going.
But I heard that there was an antidote for a person who has gotten side effects from it, or a person that has experienced some of the things that the other person has, and you can make a tea out of pine needles, and it's supposed to be really good for your system.
I can't vouch for that, so I don't know.
No. This is what people have done so far. Is if you have, and I'm not saying that you need to take it, but that's an option.
Yeah, it is a little bit interesting that these pharmaceutical companies kind of get a pass with the COVID-19 thing, even though they have kind of been ruining our society for decades with, various things like prescription medications.
Oh, there is a major opioid addiction problem because of this.
Yeah.
I don't know why it had to take COVID for people to realize that the pharmaceutical company is not for the people. And
No, people have known that since back in the day.
I'm talking about the ones who are trying to push it, right? And we've already known that pharmaceutical, a big pharma has been really, really horrible, and sometimes it's taken people a while because, like diabetes medication, I mean, I've been reading about it and finding out that it really doesn't help a diabetic. And prescription drug addictions and all this other stuff. But it's, yeah, it's interesting.
Yes. Check it out for yourself, because Alana is convinced that the vaccines are completely horrible, and I'm conflicted about it. I'm very conflicted about it.
I'm at the point where, look, I mean, I don't want anyone to be, any more people to be hurt than the people that have already been hurt. But I also think that people need to make their choices, and people need to make choices for themselves, and it is not a person's job to tell somebody or to force someone, I should say, to take it. It has to be a person's choice. That's where I stand with that.
Yeah, and all that said, a vaccine that I do think is complete bullshit is the flu shot.
Oh, a lot of people do.
Yeah.
I mean, I only took it once. Thank goodness nothing happened. I only took it one time, and that was like towards the end of my. That was towards the end of my chemo, actually. But I decided that I would not take it again, because my sister, one of my sisters, took the flu shot a long time ago, and 2 weeks later she got a really, really bad strain of the flu.
And I know so many people where that's the case. Right. So many people where they take a flu shot, and like a week later they have the flu. And I'm not going to lie, I've had the flu before and I haven't had the flu shot. Yeah. So I'm not saying that I'm not going to go insane and say that the flu shot causes the flu. I don't think that that's the case. But I don't think it protects against the flu either.
No.
In my opinion.
And when I think about a shot, when I think about the flu shot that's supposed to be a vaccine, why would you have to take it every year? That's the thing I never understood.
I can actually kind of explain that for you, because each year there's a different strain of the flu.
But it wouldn't count as a vaccine is what I'm trying to say, because usually the vaccines that I've had when I was a kid, I only had to take them once.
Do they call it a vaccine, or do they just call it a shot? Or a vaccine for that particular strain?
No, they call them vaccines because you only take them once.
Okay.
But
you take them every year, though.
No. I'm talking about the other vaccines I've gotten.
Okay.
MMR and I forgot the other ones that I got. The immunizations that I had, I only had to take them once. Now, would I have? Now, if I was a little child or if I had a child, would I want them to take the shots? No, I don't think they need it.
I might have had the flu shot as a kid. I've definitely not had one as an adult, and I don't plan to.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. I think that sometimes people have to get sick, and when they get sick, the virus, whatever virus it is, goes through their body, and then they get more immune to it. And you know, like it's been years since I've had the flu already. Mm-hmm. I think the last time I got it was like 3 years ago. Well,
and it's also, to me, I'd probably be a little bit more pro flu shot if I didn't know so many people who caught the flu right after going out of their way to get the shot.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because, my sister's one person, and I've just been hearing a lot of stories like, I'm not taking it again. I had a good friend of mine, I think he took his last vaccine after he was 18, I think it was. Mm-hmm. And then since he's been learning about stuff like the flu shot, he's like, I'm not taking that. I'm not going to take them.
Yeah. No, there are other vaccines that are great, by the way. So it's a mixed bag. And again, Alana's more anti-vax than I am. I'm conflicted about the stuff. But with the flu vaccine, I'm completely anti-vax with the flu vaccine.
Well, yeah, I guess you would say. I'm not really. I don't want to take any more vaccines than I have to.
Yes.
I know doctors say that you have to take it during this time, but you don't really have to do it.
No.
It's just, they just tell you it's recommended that you do it, but it's like you don't really have to do that.
Very good, babes.
Just like I think that there are procedures that doctors try to push on people, and I'm not talking about vaccines, but other procedures that it's like, do you really have to do that, or are they just wanting you to do that so that they can get more money? I don't know.
So I have a couple of friends of mine, and doctors have tried to push the idea of penis implants.
Huh?
Now, yeah, and
What?
now
Are you serious?
Yeah, no, I've never had that happen.
Are you serious?
Because when I go to get a medical
Bubs,
thing
are
and I
you-
pull down my pants,
Bubs,
they see how big I am,
Bubs,
and they say, "You don't need that." What's up?
Hey, are you serious?
No, maybe. Oh, what? I'm just trying to have fun. I love you, babes. Oh.
Yeah, because I've been hearing doctors and nurses push.
I was going to change the subject, but keep going.
I know. I'll just really quick. I've been hearing doctors and nurses pushing women to get mammograms. You have to get a mammogram. You have to get a mammogram. But I've been hearing that now. I've been hearing that and reading that mammograms really do not, are not good at detecting cancers.
I cannot tell you about that. That is way beyond my area of expertise. I'm just a dude who likes making jokes and eating candy. And watching Kyle from Secular Talk.
Oh my goodness.
Jaylo.
Yeah,
So I listened to Howard Stern this week.
of course.
Show isn't as good as it was back in the late 90s or mid 2000s when he first went to Sirius, but it's still good. It still has its moments.
Okay.
He had on Gerard Carmichael this week.
Uh-huh.
It was super interesting. So Gerard Carmichael a few months ago did the special for HBO called Rathaniel.
Mm-hmm.
And in it, he comes out of the closet.
Uh-huh.
Right? He's on the show and talking about how his mom is a Christian, and before the special, she used to come out in front of his comedy shows and sing like a song to the audience to help them open up.
Yeah.
And him and his mom used to talk every day.
Yeah.
He said to Howard that now it's really awkward, and the dad is kind of like the go-between between him and his mom. And they really haven't communicated that much since the special came out. It was very intense. He said that his mom's super into the church and that his dad cheated a lot on her. And it was a really cool interview. Afterwards, I decided to watch the special.
Uh-huh.
You could tell by the way he worded things
Yeah.
that he had probably just came out to his parents and his family like within the last couple weeks before shooting the special.
Yeah.
At least that's the impression I got. Okay. Now, I'm very impressionable. I mean, I took the COVID-19 vaccine, so what do I know? But that's the thought I got from watching this.
Wow.
Okay. He told another story in the special about how his dad had, I hope I'm getting the number right, 4 kids with the aunt of one of his friends.
That's insane.
And
wow.
Gerard knew about it for several years. One night he gets drunk, calls the dad and says, "I'm going to tell mom if you don't." Mm-hmm. The dad eventually tells the mom, and he said in the special that her reaction was worse than he thought it was going to be.
Really?
Because she forgave him, and the next morning she was back to making him breakfast in bed.
Wow.
Yeah.
So he thought that she was going to leave him then.
He wasn't sure, but he thought that it was going to be more intense than she forgives him. She forgives him like immediately, like that night, and just moves on.
But then, I kind of wonder about that because, we're so quick to judge the woman who forgives her husband, mm-hmm. right? But at the same time, a lot of women are going through this. Yeah. And you can't really judge, and you can go on afterwards. I just need to.
Yeah, because I wasn't finished with my thought.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I just wanted to put this in there, but yeah, I think it's so easy for people to judge the woman who forgives her husband, and because we don't know what's really going on behind closed doors. Maybe it's hard for her to leave him for whatever reason.
Now, I got the impression from listening to Howard, and I was doing other things, that they've since gotten a divorce, but it wasn't because of this.
Right.
Yeah, I could be wrong with that. Don't quote me.
Okay.
But I found it so weird that she would, like, the next morning, she would make breakfast for her husband, but yet she can't deal with the fact that her son's gay.
maybe it wasn't because her son's gay.
So you think that maybe it had to do with something else?
I think it could have been a myriad of things. It may not be her son coming out. It may just be like what he has said in the special, that maybe she didn't want out. Maybe it was just like she's going through some stuff. It doesn't always have to be, because my son came out.
Okay.
I kind of think that maybe it might just be a myriad of stuff. Like she divorced her husband for several years. I'm guessing that they were married for a long time.
Long time.
Not only that, his friend's aunt that had kids with her with his dad is now the kids are his cousins.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
I would imagine it's probably a myriad of things that, maybe she didn't feel comfortable talking to him about. And maybe she's just having a hard time dealing with it.
I don't know.
I don't know. Whatever's going on in his family is not good. But I can't. I don't know that it was just him that has caused his mother to not talk to him. I think it just might be like a bunch of things, and she's just going through an emotional time.
Because you're a Christian woman, but you would not cut a family member out if they were gay.
No, of course not.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. No, it's just not what I would do. I wouldn't just disown them. I wouldn't be happy with what they were doing, but I wouldn't disown them.
I think love is usually a good thing. So, but yeah, it's me. I'd be happy if they could find love. But I love my G.
But anyway, go on, because I know I interrupted you. I didn't mean to.
Yeah, I was shocked that she would not talk to her son, but like the husband's cool. But you make a good point. I don't know the complete situation.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. I mean, we're just a couple of lay people, and I'm just hearing about this from the other day, and I'm thinking, this lady must be going through a lot of stuff, and maybe right now she just is not at the point to where she can talk to her son about it, because he's maybe because he'll put it in his comedy act. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of comedians do that. They use it for material, and maybe she doesn't want it to be material.
It was a really good special. What some comedians do, and I think they get this from Richard Pryor, is they'll make specials that are honest and intense, but they're not really that funny.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen Richard Pryor live and smoking?
No, I haven't.
It's
I may have heard about it.
A very honest special, but it didn't make me really laugh. He talks about being in prison, going down on guys.
What was he doing in prison?
I forget.
Okay.
I forget.
That didn't surprise me, though. He had a crazy life.
Right, but it didn't make me laugh.
Okay.
But Gerard Carmichael's special was very intense, but also pretty funny, too.
Okay.
And that's a weird combination to pull off.
Well, especially when you told me that the audience got to ask him questions.
Well, he said, hey, I want this to be an interaction with you guys. So if you guys want to stop me during the show and throw out some questions, you can. When he's talking about his mom, there are points to where I thought my computer might have freezed because he's just silent for a while.
Yeah.
And then somebody from the audience would shout out, well, do you think you need to give her time because you had all this time to know that you were gay before telling her?
Yeah.
And he says, yeah, but the thing with my mom is she's older now, and I don't want so much time to go by that the next time I find out about her, it's at her funeral. I'm phrasing it differently than he did, but it was something to that effect.
Maybe eventually he will talk to her, and maybe they'll have to go to counseling or whatever, but I'm kind of thinking maybe she just got a lot of stuff handed to her all at once. And the fact that he came out to his parents was another thing that she had to deal with. So, it's not I would imagine it isn't easy for her.
Yeah, I'd love to show you the special sometime, but I don't know if it would be your particular cup of tea.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yes, and there's also a lot of talk about cheating, and both his mom's dad and his dad's dad had kids from different women. So
Wow.
the mom's dad had kids with women who weren't his wife, but she was the daughter of the wife. Same with the dad's dad, except his dad was the daughter of the mistress, and not the daughter of the wife.
Wait. You said his
Of
dad
different
was
women. Of different women, yeah. So his grandfather was married to a woman and had kids with somebody else, and his dad was one of the kids with somebody else, not the kid of the dad's wife.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I wonder how many kids like my dad had, and I just don't know about.
He may not have.
He may have, but he may not have.
Yeah.
But that's why I'm not on 23andMe. And
I don't
also,
know. I'm still very, very, very cautious about those.
we don't want to find out that I am Filipino, because then Alana would.
No, I never said that.
The implication is that you would
No,
break
I
up
never
with me.
said that, Bubs.
That's the implication, though, isn't it?
No.
Okay.
You're putting words in my mouth again.
Okay, sorry, go ahead.
Bub.
That's the Filipino side of my personality that does that. Keep going.
No, it isn't. You're just assuming stuff, Bubs.
I'm assuming stuff based on what I heard from my sister. No, keep going.
I personally wouldn't do it because I don't know. I think one of the weird things that would creep me out is if somebody contacted me and said, "I'm your half brother, I'm your half sister," and I'm thinking, "What? How did I not know about that?"
Yeah.
And it would just turn my world upside down. I mean, I know some good things have come out of it, but it's just like I'm happy knowing about what I know I do have.
Well, good.
Yeah.
Yes. Jaylo.
Yes.
I finished a really interesting book this morning
I know.
about a man who was part of the Mennonite church, and then I think he left it, but he still is a believer in Jesus.
Yeah.
And he was a manager of a restaurant for several years.
Yeah.
Wife gets diagnosed with cancer. She lives for maybe 5 years after the diagnosis, or four.
Yeah.
I think it's actually 4 years.
Did they have any children?
Yes, but they were kind of like grown up
Okay.
by the time she passed away.
Okay.
And like 6 months later, he walks the Appalachian Trail. And it's
Yeah.
about his adventures on the trail. And it was super interesting. Like, the guy's name is Paul. And he said that when you're on the trail, you pick up these nicknames. So he became the Apostle Paul.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Because I guess Paul from the Bible did some traveling too, or something like that.
Oh, yeah. He did some traveling. He traveled to Rome and everything. And towards the end of his life, he was writing letters from prison.
Nice.
No, it's not good.
Uh-oh.
He was put in prison.
Drunk driving.
No, Bubs.
Okay, go ahead.
No, he was preaching to people, Bubs. But they put him in prison because he was persecuted.
I thought he was drinking that biblical wine on the chariots. That biblical wine on the chariots. I thought he was drinking that.
Bubs.
What?
Okay, go back to what you were. Go back to the blasphemous.
Did you ever hear, babes, that song by E40? Tell me where to go. Tell me where to go. Tell me where to go. And he's talking about ghost riding chariots.
No.
It was really good.
Ghosts riding chariots?
Yeah, so...
You mean like ghosts actually...
No. You know what ghost riding is? It's like when you're not... I think it's when you're standing up in the car. And you're not really paying attention to the road.
Oh.
And he was talking about like ghost riding chariots back in the day.
Uh-oh. That's kind of dangerous.
Yeah.
But okay, go on.
But Paul didn't do that, to the best of your knowledge. The apostle.
No, but he did a lot of traveling and he did a lot of speaking.
Nice.
Yeah.
Man spoke a lot. He also knew how to like navigate his way around areas.
I would imagine, yeah.
Yeah. The Paul from this book tells about how they would be like certain rest stops on the Appalachian Trail, and you would always be encouraged to sign in and leave little notes. Part of that is so you have some like recollection of what's going on, but also in case something happened to you, they could trace where you last were, because a lot of people apparently die or have a lot of accidents on this trail.
I would imagine that you would if it was a treacherous trail.
And it's very common for people to meet up with others and walk part of the trail with those folks. He tells stories about how he'd meet this person, that person. At one point, he's part of a group with two other guys. They meet a younger guy who like just got out of high school.
Right.
And they go to like this campground.
Yep.
And the next day, I want to say, there's this beautiful woman. The younger guy starts talking to her.
Yeah.
And abandons the group.
Oh.
But it's just like common for people to fall in and out of these groups on the trail.
Oh, wow.
And he said that it was like one of the hardest things he ever did in his life.
Yeah.
But it changed him in a profound way because of the amount of work and the sheer beauty he saw and the connections he developed with people on the trail.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Would that be something that you would ever consider doing?
I don't think so. I'm not like a really big hiker. That just sounds like a lot of work, and I like hiking on occasion, but I'm not an experienced hiker, and I'm not like someone that would, hike on Mount McKinley or Mount Everest, which is really, really dangerous. I don't think that would be for me, honestly.
Well, good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
But it's a good book.
Yeah.
And you should read it, babes. Wait, there's so many other books you gotta read first.
I know.
Yes.
Excuse you.
Jaylo.
Yes.
Is there anything else you want to talk about?
I don't think so. I have iPad mini questions that I can ask you in private.
Or you can ask me here if you want.
I can't think of any at the moment, but yeah.
Yes.
But there's some things I want to go over with ya, Bubby.
Very good. Didn't you say that you had a dream this week, or am I making?
I did have a dream this week.
Tell me about it, because I didn't have any that I remember.
I had a dream, and I don't have these dreams very often, but a lot of times I'll have dog dreams. I have dreams with dogs in them, and I had a dream that I was lying in bed and I woke up because this female dog was on top of me and she wanted to snuggle.
Wow. What if, babes?
So cute. What?
Air Bud is reality, what happened in that movie.
Oh my
and
God.
The dog in that movie won the basketball game, went to sleep, and is now dreaming that it's Alana Jaylo from another universe.
Yeah, that's...
And we're in the dream of the dog. From Air Bud.
I doubt it. I think that dogs have just dreams about chasing things.
I don't know, babes.
I don't know.
Yes.
I don't know that... I think dogs do. They just have dreams of, chasing rabbits or chasing other dogs. Have you noticed that?
No, I'm not in their dreams. I know that they do that in real life, but...
No, I know. I mean, like when they're sleeping and then you hear them kind of do this bark and they're flailing their paws or whatever.
Yeah, but that could mean that they're flying in their dreams or that they're interacting with a being from another dimension.
Oh, my goodness.
It could mean that, babes.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yes.
Dogs are funny like that. I don't think that the dog is me and it's dreaming about me. I think I actually dreamed about a dog.
What if you are the dog in the Air Bud movies?
No.
Okay.
Bubs.
What?
Would you stop it?
Okay.
Your mind's going a little bit nuts with this weird reality thing, Bubs.
Well, I mean,
alternate universe.
We don't know what reality really is, babes.
Reality is here, Bubs. Just get over it.
Okay. Way out.
Reality is hard and we have to deal with it.
Reality is hard. So, to me, I would think, babes.
Mm-hmm.
One of you know that I'm conflicted about the idea of God existing, right? Like, I go back and forth on that. I've seen,
right.
I can make an argument either way.
Uh-huh.
But a good argument against God existing is how rough life has been on some people. And I've had a life that has been shitty in some areas, but I've known people with really horrible lives.
Well, the apostles had some horrible things happen to them too.
Okay, but there are kids born in North Korean labor camps who end up dying there, right?
Yeah.
And who never learn about Jesus or any of that stuff.
Well, there's other things to think about too, because there are kids that were never really shown love when they were babies,
Mm-hmm.
and they grow up to commit really, really heinous crimes.
Right.
And all they've known was abuse.
Exactly.
And neglect.
And so...
And
I just don't see how, like, a God would allow stuff like that to happen.
Well, I know a lot of people have that question, but
Mm-hmm.
this is my opinion on what I think does happen as far as why this would happen. Well, I mean, I think the only simple answer I can say at the moment is that he allows it to happen. He allows things like that to happen because it either teaches somebody a lesson, or if a person doesn't have a relationship with God, they can go to God and say, I need your help because this is something I can't get through on my own. Now, whether a person does that, they either choose to do that or choose not to do it.
Okay, so...
And a lot of it has to do with their own doing, too.
I got to give you some pushback on this.
I'm just giving my opinion.
Right, but... Let's say somebody is born in a North Korean labor camp and they die at 30. Now, North Korea, I believe, is atheists. I mean, not atheists, but they believe in Kim Jong-un as the supreme leader. So that person grows up praying to a false god, obviously. Mm-hmm. But they don't know any better. But they're an adult when they die. What happens to them?
I can't tell you that.
Okay.
I mean, I can only guess that... I don't know, honestly. I mean, they may die and go to hell. They may die and go to heaven. I can't tell you that. And
That's
the reason
fair.
why I can't tell you that is because I don't know these people. I don't know what they've heard. It's hard to say that no... It's easy to think that no tribe has heard... that there are some tribes that haven't heard of Jesus Christ, but it also isn't really fair to say that they haven't. So I can't really tell you. I can only tell you what I know to be true, but what I believe to be true. But I can't tell you what happens to every individual person.
Yeah, so stuff like that makes me think, oh, of course, there couldn't be a God that would allow something like that. But then, hold on, babes. But then other experiences of my life, like experiencing a solar eclipse or, other things that my Jaylo would prefer that I not talk about here, make me think that, well, of course there's a loving God out there. So that's why I'm so conflicted about it, because I really do see great arguments for both points.
Yeah. Well, yes, God is very loving, but he's also he also judges too. It's not, there are times where he has to chastise his children just like any parent would. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people don't want to think about that, but he does. And then, of course, there are people that get themselves into messes, and it wasn't God's fault; it was their fault. So it isn't. I think there's always a good reason why some things are allowed to happen, and some things, or a person has saved themselves from a lot of heartache by not making a bad decision.
Oh.
So. But it is good that you're exploring this and you're questioning it, because a lot of people wouldn't question those things, and they would just not ask those questions. And I think it's important to do that.
But you know how I am. I want the truth. That doesn't mean that, it could be like that Jack Nicholson thing to where I find it out and I can't handle it. But
You can't handle the truth.
I'm trying to search for truth, whether that's religious truth or truth about vaccines or truth about politics. I'm interested in what is really true versus what's fake.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good because that shows that you, that shows that you are open to learning about things that you normally would not really think about usually.
I just hope that life isn't like the Twilight Zone, where no matter what you choose, there's going to be some messed up stuff.
You know what? I think you've been watching too much of that, Bubs.
Oh.
I mean, the Twilight Zone is fun to watch, but
no, but you know what I mean, babes. There's so many stories from our reality of people just getting screwed over for apparently no reason. But it doesn't mean I don't love you.
Well, that also means
your hand.
I know.
And...
Well, I have another reason for that, but I believe. But I'm not going to talk about that right now.
Oh, why not?
I don't feel like it.
Oh, maybe you do.
No, I don't.
Maybe God wants you to.
No.
Okay, I'll tell you something real quick.
Okay.
You know Carlos Santana.
Who?
Carlos Santana.
Oh, yeah, Carlos Santana.
Yeah. I listen to this a lot, and I notice that I have to repeat myself to you a lot. But that's a story for another time.
Okay.
I'm watching a special on VH1. This is probably, I don't know, years and years and years ago. And they're talking about that big album he did in like 1999.
Yeah.
And he tells this story about how, so he's very much a hippie, and he believes in some sort of God. I don't know what it was. He didn't call it Jesus. He called it something else, like the metronome or something. He didn't say metronome, but for lack of, it was something weird like that.
That was on Behind the Music, right?
It was a VH1 special. I think it was something else. It wasn't Behind the Music.
Okay.
And he said, I went on TV and I did an interview with 60 Minutes where I talked about how I was molested as a kid. Because when I wanted to make this album, the metronome, and we're going to call it that because I don't remember what he called it, said, I'm going to ask for you I'm going to ask something for you in return if you have the successful album.
Okay.
And then one day the metronome told me that I had to confess that I was molested as a child. And I remember just laughing when I heard this.
Yeah.
And my mom's laughing too, but my mom heard it as the record label told him that he had to confess to being molested as a kid. And when I explained it to her that no, it's actually his form of God, she said, oh, that makes sense to me.
Okay.
I don't know. And at the time I remember thinking my mom's like a nutty lady, and so is Carlos Santana. And that's true. Mm-hmm. But as I get older, I could see where you might have to give something back to the universe for giving you something.
That sounds so new age.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
I gotta give something back to the universe.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, that's okay.
To make fun of that. I'm sorry. It's just the funny things that new age thinkers say that just makes me laugh. I don't know.
Well, I mean, the universe is like another word for God. If you but
if you really think about it, the universe doesn't give you anything, and the universe can't take anything from you.
Right, but is God the actual name of God, or is God just the name that we assign it because we have to contextualize things?
Oh my goodness!
Like, do you think that God's the real name of the creator of everything?
Yes, of course.
You do.
Yes, I do. That's his title.
I'm not convinced of that.
Oh, well, then you ask questions.
Oh, my goodness.
You ask questions and ask some more.
Oh, my goodness.
But anyway, yeah, that does sound kind of new age, and I just thought that's kind of funny.
Yeah, I just look at the universe as another term for God or the creator. That's my thing. It does sound nutty. It sounds nutty when I hear new age people say it, but it also sounds nutty when I hear Christians use the term Jesus. So... both are nutty to me, Jay. Whoa.
Oh.
Yes. Well, babes.
Yes?
I think we should wrap this up unless you want to say something else.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Okay.
Give me a kiss.
Okay.
You never kissed me.
I
This is
did.
This is your first.
No, it isn't. I don't even like to say that, but I know it's not the first time I kissed you.
Yeah, it is. So
No, it isn't.
let's do it white.
Bubs!
What's up?
Stop making noises.
I never would.
Bubs, are you going to do this normally?
Yeah.
Please?
normal. Yes. Okay.
Okay.
I really wanted to make noises,
No,
but I
don't
didn't.
do that. It's very distracting.
The universe wouldn't allow me to, so.
No, I wouldn't allow you to. Not the universe. I just thought of that one song, Star Trekking Across the Universe.
Oh my goodness.
That's a fun... Did I play that for you?
You have.
I have?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a fun song.
Well, good.
Okay.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.